guys, so I'm back for another tutorial, and this one is again fall inspired and also Rihanna inspired, and another dark lip. I'm on a roll, aren't I? Yeah, I think so. But I've been really enjoying the promo pics that have been coming out with Rihanna for her MAC RiRi Hearts collections. This past one I did was for the holiday collection, but I wanted to do the fall collection even long before I wanted to do the holiday collection. So this is inspired by the fall look, the RiRi Hearts fall look, and she's wearing her signature Talk That Talk lipstick, and she has really glowy bronzy skin, and I just really wanted to recreate that look because I thought it was so glamorous and so pretty. And I also have been loving like all her pics that have been coming out with like Glamour magazine is really good. She's just been on a roll lately. I know some people can take her or leave her, but I do like her for who she is. Like, she's true to herself and she doesn't give a crap what anybody else thinks, and that's kind of like me. And she's a fellow West Indian, so I'ma big up the ting and hooray and bear things and that bring it down. But no, she's a Caribbean girl, she's West Indian, and Nicki Minaj and Rihanna just hold that key to my heart just because they're West Indian. I'm off to big up the ting and big up the massive and Ray and all kinds of things. So if you want to see this look that I created, stay tuned for the tutorial, and it's going to be a long one because I included the face as well. So stay tuned and I'll talk to you soon. So here's an up close view of the eye look that we're going for. So let's get right into it. I already filled in my eyebrows, and as usual I'm going in with my Urban Decay Primer Potion, the anti-aging version, all over my lid up to my brow, and this is going to give me a protective layer as well as help prevent the eyeshadows from creasing throughout wear. Then I'm going in with my Pro Longwear Concealer from MAC in NW35 under my brow, and I'm using a Bare Essentials Maximum Coverage Concealer brush to apply this under my brow. So I get a sharp, precise line, and I'm blending it downwards onto my brow bone. Then I'm also going to pick up some of that product on my Precision Round Brush from Sigma. This is the P82, and I'm using this brush to apply it to my inner tear duct area to brighten up that area, and also on the inner crease and brow bone. So just use that brush to blend out the color and go in with your fingers to fade the color in, because the warmth of your finger will help to blend the cream product in much easier. Then as my base, I'm going in with Quite Natural Paintpot from MAC, which is a dark brown shade, in my Real Techniques Deluxe Crease Brush, and I'm applying that just on my lid and slightly into the crease. Then I remove the excess product from that brush and use the brush to blend out the edges of that color into the brow bone and crease area so it's not as harsh. Then I'm applying a bronzy shade from a LORAC palette that I got a couple of years ago, but just any bronzy shade that you have in your collection, and I'm applying that with a MAC 242 brush just on the center of the lid and fading it slightly into the crease. I'm going to remove the excess product off that brush and then blend out the edges so they fade rather than leave a harsh line. Then I'm going back to that LORAC palette, and I'm picking up the dark brown shade and applying it with a MAC 217 blending brush just on the outer lid area and feathering it into the crease. Again, go ahead and remove the excess product off that brush and go ahead and blend out the edges of the color and fade it into the crease area with windshield wiper motions or just feathering motions to bring that color out without it being harsh. Then I'm going in with a much darker brown. This is Coconut Grove Eyeshadow from NARS and my Sonia Kashuk large crease brush, and I'm just using very light motions to apply this to my outer V and feathering it inwards on the outer crease area. I'm applying more color as I go in, but I'm doing a gradual build rather than applying the full-on color initially, and it's easier to build up dark colors than to just put too much on and then try to fade it out. So gradually build up that color with the Sonia Kashuk brush. Then I'm going back with the 217 brush and blending out any harsh edges that may have occurred. Now for my highlight, she has a very shimmery highlight, so I'm applying my MAC Ricepaper Eyeshadow, which is a kind of shimmery icy champagne color, with my MAC 252 brush, just applying that to under the brow and on the brow bone. And as usual, I clean off the brush and then blend the color out. So always know that that's what I do. I apply the color, then I remove the excess off the brush and use the same brush to blend the color out. Then to kind of clean up the edge of that color, I'm using a MAC makeup remover wipe and just pulling along the edges so we get a sharp line and cleaning up any fallout from underneath the eyes. Then for my lower lash line, I'm going in with a MAC 263 and that same Coconut Grove eyeshadow from NARS, the dark brown eyeshadow, and I'm lining just below my lashes. So I'm keeping very close to the lashes and using this small brush to get right between the lash line and the lashes without coming too far down on the lower lash line. Then to do a very slight blend with that color, I'm using a smudge brush from Sigma. This is the E21 from their Performance series, and just lightly going along the edge of that color, but not blending it out too much because we don't really want a smoky look below there. Then for my lower waterline, I'm using a dark brown liner, and this is Damsel Smudge Stick Waterproof Liner from STILA, and I'm just lining my waterline with that. Now I'm going to go ahead and line my upper lash line with my L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Gel Eyeliner in Blackest Black, and I'm using my MAC 263 eyeliner brush. And I think this is what replaced my L'Oreal Hip Cream eyeliner. So if you're looking for a substitute, that's the one I'd go for. And I'm going to smudge out the line just a little bit with the same smudge brush from Sigma, the E21, just so it's not such a harsh line. Now I'm going to go ahead and apply my mascara. This is LORAC Cobra Mascara, and it's a great mascara, and I'm applying that to my upper lashes and just very slightly on my lower lashes. And to finish up the eyes, I'm going to use very natural looking lashes. These are style Annie from Beauty Sense. They're very natural looking lashes. I'm just going to apply those with my tweezers. And then I'm going to blend them in using an eyelash curler. And I always like to curl my lashes after I applied the false lashes, because this helps the natural lashes to blend in with the fake eyelashes. And then if you want to kind of hide the lash glue along the lash band, just apply a little liquid liner. This is my NYX curved eyeliner, just to hide that eyelash glue. And then I'll be right back to finish up the face. Now let's move on to the face. I actually am not wearing anything on my face right now except moisturizer, because I wanted to show you the complete application, which I think is key to this look, because the skin that she is showing in this look is glowy and bronzy and awesome. So I'm going to do the entire face, so it's going to be a little bit longer, but bear with me. Now, like I said, I'm already wearing moisturizer, and allow that to sit on my face for the entire time I did my eyes, so that will really sink into the skin. And you want to do that when applying any kind of makeup. You want to make sure that the moisturizer that you put on your face sinks completely in. So give it 5 to 10 minutes or so to completely soak in. I'm also going to apply some EOS lip balm to my lips, so that my lips will be fully moisturized before we apply the matte lipstick that comes later. Since I'm already moisturized and everything, now I'm going to go in with my Girl On primer. This is the Radiance Concentrate with Pure Gold. It's a primer with gold flecks in it. I'm going to apply this all over my face and just blend it in so that we have a nice base to start with. Now I'm going to go ahead and apply my under eye concealer. I'm going to use my Radiant Creamy Concealer from NARS and apply this under my eyes and just blend it out, not going too far across my cheekbones, just downwards on my cheekbones and under my eyes only. And I'm going to use a Sonia Kashuk pointed foundation brush for this. Do you realize that everything that I'm using seems to have radiant and radiance in it? Yeah, that's for glowy skin. In case you're wondering, my shade in the NARS Radiant Concealer is Caramel. Now I'm going in with my foundation. I'm going to use Lingerie Depot from Girl On again. This is a nice shade for me. My shade is 24 in case you were curious. And I'm just going to blend this all over my skin with a Sigma round top kabuki brush and blend it all in over my skin. Now that I have my full foundation on, I'm going to go ahead and highlight a couple of places that I want to put like a lighter foundation. And I'm going to use my Fashion Fair Fast Finish Foundation Stick. This is the shade Honey, and it's a couple of shades lighter than my skin. And I'm just going to apply it in certain areas to highlight the skin and blend it in with the same angled foundation brush. Then I'm going to do some contouring just under my cheekbones and along the bridge of my nose. And I'm using my Fashion Fair foundation again. This is the shade Nutmeg, which is a couple of shades darker than my actual foundation. And you may wonder why I do contouring and highlighting after I apply my foundation. I do this because they're all cream products and they're all going to blend seamlessly together. So I kind of want to put down my base first and then spot highlight and contour where I want the different kind of dimensions on my face. So go ahead, I'm going to contour and blend that out again with my round top kabuki brush. Also on the forehead, Rihanna looks like she has like a little bit of bronzing going on where the darkest shade hits her forehead. So I'm going to also apply that on the outskirts of my forehead and blend it in. Now, one of the key things to all this highlighting and contouring that we're doing is to make sure it blends and blends really well so it doesn't stand out and look crazy. So what I'm going to do is grab my Beauty Blender sponge. It's damp right now. You definitely want to dampen your sponge so it doesn't absorb all the product and it blends more seamlessly and gives you more of an airbrush finish. And I'm just going to blend out all these shades, blend them in together to make sure that it's a nice uniform, like, magic skin, like it happens naturally. So you want to get all these harsh lines out of the picture and just give it a flawless finish. So go ahead and just pounce this over your face and blend that in. Okay, so now that we have the foundation done, the highlighting, the contouring, and everything is kind of blended into this flawless and seamless finish, we're going to go in and precision highlight. Like, I'm going to add the glow, which... Look at the picture. This is where it all comes together. This is where it all happens. It's the glow. And I'm an oily skin girl, so I have to kind of position my glow where I want it to happen. Like, I can't have a full-on glowy finish, so I kind of go in and do spot glowing. Does that make sense? I kind of spot or precision position and place where I want the glowy effect. So for this, I'm going to use my Josie Maran Argan Illuminator. This is just one shade, I think it comes in. Yes, just one shade. And I'm going to mix it in with a little bit of the foundation that we have left and apply it just to the high points of my cheekbones, to the center of my forehead, just down the center of my nose, and a little on my chin just to give me that dewy, glowy effect without being overwhelming. So to apply that glowy goodness, I used my Shiseido foundation brush just because it's smaller in size and it will give me a more precise placement of the product. Plus it's a foundation brush, so it works well with cream products. Then I'm going to, of course, blend that in with the dampened Beauty Blender sponge again. Just go over the areas and make sure it blends in flawlessly with the rest of the makeup. Now this step is optional. I do have oily skin, so I kind of do want to apply some powder in the places that I put my foundation. So I'm going to use my Laura Mercier Smooth Finish Foundation Powder. This is number 17. And I know it sounds like a lot of product, but I'm going to apply this very lightly. And I'm using my number 110 Kabuki brush from Makeup Forever. And I'm just going to apply that lightly in the areas that I need a little powder. Now for my blush, I'm actually going to use a Makeup Forever Sculpting Blush. This is number 12 and it's a dusty rose color. And it looks like she's wearing a kind of muted rose shade. So I'm going to apply that with the same S110 brush and apply it to the backs of my cheeks and blend it in. Now we could absolutely stop there for the face, but why not just pile more stuff on and keep going? I'm going to actually make my contour stand out a little bit more. I'm going to use my Makeup Forever Sculpting Kit number 1 and my Hakuhodo number 210 brush just to apply that to the hollows of my cheeks and kind of intensify the contour that we have there. Now after all that, we can move on to the lips. For the lips, of course, I'm going to use Talk That Talk both the Pro Longwear lip pencil and the lipstick, which is just a really dark, vampy kind of wine shade. It's like a dark burgundy red, and the liner matches it exactly. So I'm gonna apply that to my lips since it's obvious that that's what she's wearing in the look. And first, to begin, I'm gonna blot off the excess moist lip balm that I am wearing right now, just to make sure that we have like a seamless canvas to the matte shade. So let's get right into that. Now I outlined my lips and filled it in with Talk That Talk, but Talk That Talk was given a little bit of trouble, which I've heard about because it's a very matte shade and it comes off a little patchy. So if you have Fixed on Drama Retro Matte Lipstick from MAC, if you had the chance to pick that up, then that's almost an exact dupe. And if you don't have those two, because those two seem to be limited edition, both of them, so if you missed out on that, not to worry, I know what you can do. This is RiRi, what is it? Talk That Talk. And then this is Train Blue from NARS. That's the satin lip pencil. Not satin, velvet matte lip pencil. It's an almost exact shade to Talk That Talk. So if you didn't get Talk That Talk or Fixed on Drama, you can use Train Blue. And if all else fails, you can also use Black Dahlia lip tar from Obsessive Compulsive Cosmetics. And that's what I actually used. I used a little bit of this just to fill in the areas where Talk That Talk got a little bit too patchy. So these are definitely great options if you're running out of, like, you really love the color and you want to get it but you didn't get it. Yeah, those are great dupes for that. So the lips now are done. So there you go, guys. That's the completed look. Hopefully you enjoyed this tutorial as much as I enjoyed creating it. I actually really like the eye look. I think it's a simple look that anyone can achieve because it involves so few products and, well, not so few, but it involves like minimal technique and it's easy for anyone to create on themselves, and I think it's a flattering look that will look great on anybody. The lips you might want to tweak, maybe use a neutral, anything you're comfortable with. I'm actually getting used to this dark lip trend for the fall, so I actually like it. And I really enjoyed showing you like the full face routine because I don't normally do that in videos and a lot can get lost in translation where you see the final look and you're like, okay, I don't look like that. How did she do that? So I felt it was a great opportunity for me to show you how I would create such a glowy, glamorous look as the one Rihanna is wearing in the promo pics. So hopefully you guys got some tips and tricks from that. Maybe you add it to your technique, to your routine, to, you know, when you want to be all glowy and dewy and glamorous going out for the holiday season. So thank you so much for watching, guys. As usual, I'll leave links below to my social networks, you know, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, which is great to follow me there because I'm more active there than on YouTube here. I do try to answer your comments though, but I know I don't respond to everyone, but I do read them all because I get the email, and I just read them too because I love hearing what you guys have to say. So I may not always respond, but I always read them, and I really appreciate the great feedback that I got. I know you guys enjoyed the last couple of videos, so I'm really happy for that. And thank you so much. Don't forget to subscribe, hit like, favorite, and all that good stuff. So I'll talk to you soon. Take care.